in an undisclosed location here in New Mexico. Anyway, today we're going to kick off the first of 28 days. My goal is to take this body that weighed in at 122 pounds, because I've gained quite a bit of weight since being back in the States. But my goal is to get back to my ideal weight, which is between 105 and 108. That's where I feel the strongest, the sexiest, and the healthiest. Anywho, for the next 28 days, I'm going to take you on my personal journey. Again, this is my journey. I'm going to share with you the things that I eat. I do plan on having a little glass of champagne here and there, as well as wine. And of course, you know, I don't do sugar, I just use honey. Honey is the only sweetener that I use, although they say that you can have stevia and monk fruit, but I just kind of like honey. So anywho, without further ado, I'm going to start my workout, and I'm going to speed through it because we are live. What I want to do is do 5 exercises, 100 reps each. Doesn't matter which 5 they are, but I always want to work on my abs, right? And for those of you that are menopausal like me, it's extra work, as you know. Now, there's a lot of women out there that have way better bodies than I do. They probably never gained and lost weight, but unfortunately, I don't have those bodies. However, I'm very proud of what I have, and I hope to encourage as well as / empower you to take what you've been given, be grateful for it, and work hard and transform it, which is what I want to do over the next 28 days. So I'm going to start out with the leg press, okay? I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to do 100 reps. Can you see me? All right. So I'm going to get comfortable. And like I said, I'm going to speed through this. The goal when doing leg presses for me, and probably everyone else, is when you push off, you come back slowly. But I'm going to be going a little bit faster because we're on a time crunch. All right? So I am 85 pounds, 39 kilos. And I'm just going to do, of course, you don't want the weights to bang. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, 43, 45, 48, 49, 50. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to be doing 100 reps of each of these, but I'm going to do 50 on camera, and then I'll do the other 50 off. And the reason why I want to do that is I don't want to have you guys just get bored with my whole program. We're going to switch over, and we're going to do some leg raises, which is one of my favorite things. Okay. And again, every day I'm going to pick 5 of these. And I do this anyway, so it's not like I'm just starting this today. And the whole goal of this is to kind of, because as we age, obviously, we lose a lot of elasticity, especially in this transverse abdominis. So I'm going to work on that. And I hope that I make you guys proud and empower you to do the same, okay? All right, so I'm going to do 50 leg raises, maybe 100, we'll see. Those are pretty quick. All right. And guys, I don't use filters. This is my own eyes, my own hair, my own eyebrows, my own eyelashes. I don't like to wear makeup other than a little cream on my cheeks, little mascara, eyeliner, lip gloss, because I don't like my clogs poured. Even when I was 18, 19, I didn't like it. I've worn foundation maybe a half a dozen times in my entire life, and I'm 55. Okay, so here goes. And I also like to be barefoot. As many of you know that have seen me work out in Thailand and Mexico, I just like to be barefoot. I like to be natural. All right. Fix my hair, get my hair out of the way. Hold up, my hair's still in the way. Okay. We're gonna just do reverse crunch. I probably don't have to go that far down. Instead of going down, just stop there. 12, 13. And then if you have to just take a breather, just don't stop. Or I'm not going to stop. Whew. I can feel it burn. We're at 32, we're just going to keep on going. Hold up. I just got to remember to breathe. Ooh, I'm going to take a breather, but you're going to see me this whole way through, and I'm just going to do me. I go live because I don't want to edit. 10 more. Okay. All right, so I will do 100 of these. Like I said, I just want to cut this because of the video. However, I'm going to do some flutter kicks. Now again, my goal always is to do something on my abs. Whew. Okay, flutter kicks. Let me turn this towards you. All right. All right. And I can feel it in my... Okay, that's 50. Whew. And then I'm gonna grab a 45-pound weight for sumo squats. For these, I'm gonna put my shoes on. And the reason is, I got the OCD, and I don't want my feet to be black. All right, I go right into these without too much of a breather, and I'm just trying to build up on my endurance. Okay? Now, something I didn't do is I didn't stretch. And I think stretching is the most important, and we'll do a little stretch in a momento. But stretching is probably, especially for those of us that are in menopause, the most important because of mobility. It just increases our functional abilities. And stretching has to be before and after. It just has to be. Sometimes I get a little complacent and I just go right into it. Okay, so sumo squat. And the thing with the sumo squat, especially when I'm lifting a little heavy of a weight, this is almost half of what I weigh. is to keep your head and your neck in alignment, right? So you're not looking up, you're just kind of trying to keep your spine aligned. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure that I'm in as much of a sumo squat as I can be in, and then I'm gonna go. You can hear my knees. 49, 50. And then immediately after is the sumo jump. 50. Okay, all right, so we'll take a second. Again, I'm gonna do everything I've done, the press, the sumo, the leg raisers, 100. I've done 50 of each. And then I also do the flutter kicks, but I don't count those, because to me, that's part of the abs. That's like a bonus. Anyway, like I said, stretch. Whew, got the heart rate way up. The other thing that I find is complete necessito is to make sure I'm aspiring / trying to get in 5 miles per day. And a lot of you have smart watches. I don't really like them. I don't like those gamma rays, whatever those rays are from that flashing green light, I don't like it. So I'll just use a Garmin, which I don't have mine. But usually I just like to keep it on. I mean, you guys are probably getting at least a mile in anyway, just in your everyday activities. Whew, okay. So something we're gonna do, because I'm getting ready to do arms, is we'll go ahead and do some stretches. Okay. Let me move this weight. It's so important for men and women, not only to look good, right? It's one thing to be about the physicality, but the most important is to feel good. It's to have longevity. And I hope that even though my old ass, today's day 1 of 28, that you guys get checked out by your doctors, get your labs drawn, see what your HDL, your LDL, and your cholesterol are. Talk to your doctor if it's safe for you to engage in activities, and do something small, right? Because my goal for us, all of us, yes, it is to be sexy. But most important, it is for longevity. I care about each and every one of you. I'm always wishing you all health, wealth, and longevity, and I mean that. I mean that. If you're new to my channel, I've been a little complacent with recording, but I'm also a world traveler. I am also a registered nurse and a published author. And I want to share this journey with you. So please hit that subscribe button, share it with your friends, give me some feedback. I know before when I did this, I got a little feedback about my burpees, which we'll do in a sec. But the whole goal is sharing is caring. It's just kind of having each other's back, right? So just because a lot of this is virtual and I'm not there physically with you, we can all be as close to each other as we can be, whether it's remote or not. All right, let me just move this. Okay, so we're gonna just do, obviously my favorite stretch, but I'm just gonna start out with just pigeon, just to stretch out my hamstrings and legs. I'm just gonna bring this leg. And the more advanced people can take this part and bring it up further, whatever's more grammatically correct. And just breathe. Just breathe. Whoo, stretch. Same with the other. Can bring it up a little bit and breathe. Okay, and then just going to stretch out my hamstrings, my quads, and then I'm just going to go back. Oh, they're tight. Oh, they're tight. Oh, they're way tight. Okay, we're going to conclude that one. All right, and then my most infamous, you know the pose that I do all the time? Whew, okay. Okay, and for those of you that are not familiar with quantum healing and quantum mechanics, those are like beliefs and ideations, ideas from neurophysiology, psychology, and let's see. Hold on, let me think. Psychology, physiology, and neurophysiology. Anyway, those three things. Basically, your body can heal itself in many conditions. Again, I'm a nurse, so I'm not giving any medical advice, but I encourage you guys all to look up quantum healing, quantum mechanics, right? And then also the value of doing like vows of silence. It gives your mind and body a time to rest and let your brain create new pathways. It's really good stuff. All right, so we're gonna do a couple of burpees, and then I will finish, well, actually I'll do the other two workouts that I'm gonna do and let you guys go. But I will be back today because I wanna make some of my favorite treats, which are my own version of frozen yogurt, as well as some ice cream in the jar. And then we'll maybe make some popcorn and toast some seeds. Things that are healthy, okay? Oh, burpee, sorry. Okay. All right, burpee. Okay, and I'll finish these. I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do. Okay, and I may or may not do, I used to do 100 a day, sometimes 75 a day. It's been a hot minute, and burpee is one of the overall best exercises. Again, make sure you have medical clearance. Okay, let's see. So leg press was one, the leg up and downs, the leg raises are two. Let's see, burpees 3, and again the leg flutters, those don't really count. And then of course arms. Hold on. Oh, and sumo squat. Hold on, I got a hair in my eye. Okay, arms. And these are only 10-pound weights. I don't want to be bulky, I just want to be strong. 38, 40, 42, 43, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. The whole idea for me is to push my body, especially my arms, and into muscle failure. That's why I do 100 reps of everything. Doesn't matter what it is. And again, I don't count the leg flutters in the leg raises. It's 100 leg raises, 100 leg press, 100 sumo, 100 arms, and let's see, I haven't figured out the 5th one. Even though I did 10 burpees, I may or may not do 100 burpees today. I may do lunges, squats, or just like a variation. But either way, let's see. So that is just kind of this, just like a nutshell of what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to let you guys go, and I'm going to finish my workout, but the proof will be in the pudding. In other words, you see, I still have a little skin flap hanging over my yoga pants, but I hope all of that goes away. Again, there's not a whole lot I could do with the extra skin, but as you can see, it's not shaking because there's a lot of muscle there, especially in the abs and my arms and in my legs. And I'm going to get less and less close so that you guys can see exactly the transformation in process at the cellular level, okay? But remember, look up quantum mechanics, quantum healing, which is neurophysiology, psychology, and physiology. And I will correct myself if I'm wrong. It's been a while since I've looked that up. But I listen to quantum mechanics or quantum healing a lot. I usually listen to the music when I go to sleep. There's a lot of guided meditations that I really like to use for my own self. And it really puts me into a deep sleep. And for those of you that are suffering from sleep, try to get yourself on a better schedule. I'm kind of still jacked up, even though I've been back in the States since around May 4th. But there's a lot of bad habits here that I didn't have. Like I started drinking root beer, which I like. But when I was out of the country, I usually always eat the same things. And you guys know from my previous video, even though my best friend says nobody cares what's in my fridge, it's always the same thing. I make my own almond milk or I buy organic almond milk. You have to be careful with organic stuff because there's still phosphates in it. So try to get the brands. I think there's one called Milk. Anyway, there's only 3 ingredients, sometimes just 2, right? Usually it's like water, the almonds, and sea salt, or whatever. But you can actually make your own almond milk. All you have to do is soak your almonds overnight in the fridge. Next day, drain that water out, put some more water in there. Throw that in the blender, blend it up. You can add a little bit of sea salt, which I don't, but I do put in vanilla. And then you can strain that through like a cheesecloth or some kind of a really fine grater. Make your own fresh almond milk. You could do the same thing with mayonnaise. You can make your own mayonnaise from egg yolks and olive oil and a little bit of like Dijon mustard, which I love, the Grey Poupon mustard. You can do all these things yourselves. And hummus, right? I've lived in Europe. So you can make your own hummus. Just basically take some chickpeas, which I like the dry beans because I don't like the preservatives and all the other things in the can. Plus you have to watch out about those can liners because they might have BPA in them. But you just basically take your fresh chickpeas, you can blend them, you can put in some olive oil, some salt, some garlic, squeeze some lemon, and of course you can buy the tahini or you can make your own. All it is ground sesame seeds, and you can put a little olive oil and lemon and garlic in that. You can make your own variation. I know it takes a little bit of time, but the end results are amazing, and those are whole foods that you're putting into your body. Because I always tell my children, I'm like, guess what? Food can either be a medicine or it can be a poison, and sometimes both, especially if you're talking about eating papaya seeds, which I love, but you eat too many of them and it's toxic. So anyway, enough of my rant because my kids get tired of it. Again, this is my goal, my journey, and again, before you attempt to do anything that I do, please get medical clearance. Make sure you're getting your sleep, make sure you're getting your water, and make sure that you're trying to meditate and do the things that are best for you. And as always, kapo maka. Thank you so much. Gracias. All of those things. Thank you so much for joining my channel. Thank you so much for watching my content. And again, I'm always wishing you guys health, wealth, and longevity. Join me later on and we will make that ice cream and yogurt in the jar. Love you guys.